I just wish.
Oh, hi, Percy.
Adventure calls with each talent told. Noxiddar.
Hey everyone, how's it going? Noxiddar here, and welcome to this reaction of Percy Jackson and the Olympians Season 2, Episode 6, titled Nobody Gets the Fleece. Which, I wonder if that's like another one of those Free Willy type spoiler titles. Then again, things aren't ever as they seem. I apologize for the rough format in last episode's reaction. I had just got a new computer and I thought I had everything set up for recording, and I was missing the crucial element where it splits everything into two scenes. So I had to do some uncomfortable zoom-ins so that I could kind of crop out the video that was right here, right next to me. Hopefully everything's good now. You can see all the elements of the room, and it doesn't make me feel like I'm doing my anime reactions to One Piece right at the beginning before I discovered splitting my tracks and everything like that. Oh, and one more thing I wanted to mention about episode 5 before we get started is I'm not the most up on Greek mythology, and so it took me a while when we were at Circe's until they had mentioned that in the past she had turned men into pigs, and all of a sudden I was thrown back in time to when I was just a wee little lad in the late 90s, and there was a TV mini-series of The Odyssey where I think it was Armand Asante. The only time I think I've ever seen him act, and the only other time I ever heard that name was in the Santa Claus. But I remember there was this TV miniseries, and there was a witch who turned these men into pigs, and you saw like these prosthetic pig things, and it just took me back. I time traveled, and that's kind of the fun of these reactions, and it only really just kind of hit me after the fact, and it really made me think, you know, it would be kind of fun to go back and do some what I guess I would call Noxiddar nostalgia reactions, where it's not really a first time viewing, but it's kind of just sharing how these adventures make me feel. I mean, I kind of already do that even with my first time watches, such as I'm doing with Percy Jackson, and I think it would be a lot of fun after this season to go back through and do the Odyssey and kind of make a full circle, as it were, you know, from childhood to where I am today, bringing in Percy Jackson, but then these larger, you know, elements and storytelling experiences that have really stuck with me. But back to Percy Jackson. Percy Jackson and Annabeth are right outside of the island with Polyphemus and the Golden Fleece. Adventure awaits. And without any further ado, let's get right to the reaction. Oh, Tyson! Oh, come on, buddy, just breathe. There you go. There you go. Nothing to it. What is it? Oh. Rainbow? Or maybe he's looking at my wall too. I don't know. Oh.
Did you have another Grover dream?
No, it was about camp. And then I saw a different face.
Okay, what did he look like?
She.
Of course, lightning. Okay, yeah. Thalia. Zeus. I see it.
It was Thalia, wasn't it? Well, the me-god dreams are tricky, so...
My mom always said that the thing that she liked about dreams is that they never lie. Like, you may not understand what they mean, but they always tell the truth.
Yeah, that's kind of the wonderful thing about interpretation. And one of the things that I really enjoy about reacting to all these videos and kind of both making personal connections and pulling things out and having them tie to something that's very unique and personal to me through the lens of my interpretation. And then even more equally cool is being able to go into the comments and see how others have interpreted what they saw, what they've experienced, what their personal history is with Percy Jackson, or even just in their own personal history outside of it. And I'll say this, I make videos first and foremost for myself. A lot of the things that I talk about, that I throw out there, these big ideas, they're just me grasping, trying to make a connection with this story and bring it to me, because I understand that for the majority of the audience that will ever come across these videos, they already have those personal connections in place. They have the fulfillment of having gone through that journey. And so really all I can offer is no new insights per se, but rather just how I experience something that I know the vast majority of my audience already loves, adores, and appreciates. And it's almost like I'm pulling on a rope and I'm trying to take myself to that higher plane, where I can meet everybody having shared what it is, the essence of it. That just makes me so happy. We're really getting off topic here.
That's the real beauty of my island. The gift of living alone. To rely on only yourself, so you can protect your treasures. I have made this island a world unto itself.
Sounds like a whole philosophy to me.
For someone who likes to be alone, you can't seem to shut up!
Being alone is not the same as silence, little demigod. Or loneliness. Who do you think brought the mighty artifact in the first place?
Pan?
Pan was here? Why would he do that?
Let not the intentions
good
of
question.
the lost god concern you, little satyr.
You know what I think? Scared. That our reinforcements are coming for him.
Unlike satyrs, demigods are dangerous. Heroes will cross oceans to save their friends, to be together again. And when they do, I'll be ready. That's why I kept you alive, as bait.
Sounds like he's taking a gamble to me. He just said they were dangerous, and he knows what they're planning. Man, this place is gorgeous, though. I wonder where they filmed this on location. This is kind of a weird observation, but Polyphemus is quite a big cyclops. It seems kind of strange to have human-sized fences for sheep. But I guess it's for the sheep and not for him. So I can rationalize it. Oh, is this a collect call?
You're alive. I knew it. Is that Polyphemus' island? Polyphemus isn't like other Cyclopses. He's cunning. And you're on his territory, which gives him a big edge over
I don't
us.
need your advice, and I really don't need your help.
Oh.
You just wanted to know if we've got the fleece yet.
I'm just wrong about everything.
Not everything. You were right about Thalia. She hated Zeus. I remember that now.
That has to be so hard to admit.
But you were wrong to think that she would ever stand with Kronos.
She would have wanted change.
Not through war. I just wished.
Oh, hi, Percy.
You wanted to warn us about Polyphemus.
Polyphemus is leaving his cave right now.
I think one of the things that I'm really enjoying about this season is the complexity behind Luke's character. He really is kind of a tragic character. If you just listen to him in isolation, his words make sense. There's a logical component to it about the inner turmoil of justice and fairness. Now, granted, the complexity comes in because we know that Kronos is kind of a influential power player in the sense that there is a corruptive kind of undercurrent to those machinations. And it's so fun to see Luke played in this capacity over being primarily a mentor. Now, granted, his motivations were a little murky once we found out ultimately the part that he was playing in this grand tapestry. The last moment that we really saw Luke in season 1. I keep wanting to say episode 1. I'm sorry. It was almost closer to like a classical villain. And so to see there kind of be like that distance and that breadth, and yet that build up that we've had over the course of this season has really kind of changed my mind about how I feel about Luke. And like I said, the more I listen to him talk, the more two things become very certain. Luke believes what he says, and what he says is reasonable on some level, but also that he cares. He still, inside of him, has this protector spirit, which makes me think in season 1, when he talked about Annabeth, which is something that I hope they kind of reconcile, because when he talks to Percy in season 1 about Annabeth, he talks about from the very moment they saw her, she was a very capable fighter. And so far in season 2, she kind of seemed like the unwitting bait for the elaborate schemes of monsters, and kind of a little helpless in that regard. So it kind of seems a little incongruent with what Luke was saying. So hopefully there's some explanation. Anyways, I really just wanted to talk about how I appreciate the development of Luke's character over the course of this season and as the story as a whole.
Luke's working an angle. You know that, right?
That's probably true. Percy is pretty perceptive.
Why are you wasting so much time on Annabeth, Chase?
I decide what's important, and that wasn't about her. That was recon.
Now that might be a misdirection for Allison. Oh yeah, this seems vaguely familiar too. I think they tried this in the Odyssey, didn't they? It sort of makes sense, because Annabeth's almost like trying to retrace these steps of Odysseus. And it's kind of interesting that Cersei had kind of a deconstruction of the myth surrounding the legend of Odysseus as well.
Woolly thoughts. Woolly what? Just be a sheep.
Hey, they're both pretty good, actually. Oh no, that looks like my normal vision. That's probably not good. You know, if his hearing's that good, he's hearing them huffing and puffing. Trying to move.
He's gone. I'm gonna go check it out.
I mean, he just left. Seems a little sudden, but so far so good.
We barely have enough time to get Grover. And now we gotta bring up 2 people before he returns to the cave.
Can always leave Clarice. Kidding. Kind of. Let's go.
I love that sarcasm. I definitely think it was punchier when he was a little kid, but the subtlety of it, especially in this context of trying to be sneaky and stealthy, is very nice.
Percy! It's a trap! This is a trap! He set you up! This place is a fake!
No, you should have gone down. What were you doing? Ooh, nice catch.
Fools! The only way out now is through me. Which of the gods sent you?
Nobody sent me.
Nobody.
That's right. Nobody. Do you remember him?
Him?
How embarrassing it must have been to have Odysseus trick you into thinking his name was Nobody.
Nobody gets the fleece. I see what you did there. Okay. A callback to Odysseus. I like that. I really like that. Oh, that's interesting.
We have to help her.
Annabeth? We need to find the fleece, the real one. She's buying us time. She'll know to keep her distance from him.
He must have stashed it in here when we were passed out. Wouldn't have risked hiding it anywhere else on the island.
I really like how comfortable Grover is with committing to the dress. Like, not like the first time getting the bindings off. He's not out of it. It's just, you know, he's got other things on his mind. It's so great. These wide angle shots are just so beautiful. Oh my gosh. The way it establishes scale, and I know I've said that before, but I'm still seeing it, so I still gotta comment on it, just how much I appreciate that. Oh, there it is. It's like a giant golden Brillo pad. Wonder if he has a connection to his treasure. That's why he's sensing that. I don't know.
The golden fleece. The real one.
Cool musical crescendo there. That was so awesome.
Okay, this isn't working.
Got a better idea, genius?
I must say, it's something I haven't really commented on very much, and maybe it's because it's facilitating its job to such a great degree that I only just noticed it in that moment, which is the soundtrack, the music, the musical score that's going on in this show. The swelling strings and emotional like kind of cues that it takes in those moments of high drama, high intensity are, or even just like swelling with the, the resolution to continue the hero's journey, the heroic themes and elements that present themselves through like the horns and through the strings as well. I'm a big sucker for strings, but when you nail the horns, it is a transcendental experience. It just takes you somewhere else. And I actually think that this is like the perfect complement to how this season has matured these characters and how visually things seem like they've also matured as well. But that the music also feels very mature. Everything is kind of coming together to make this very incredible production. I have been so pleased so far with season 2, not just in terms of narrative, but also scope and the way it pulls us along on this adventure and takes us along for the ride, as it were. It's been such a treat to react to, but it's also just such a treat to kind of sit and stew and let it all just marinate. I think I'm hungry.
The fleece is mine.
Ooh. Ow.
No! No! Get away from her!
Tyson.
Tyson.
That's what I said.
I have no desire to hurt you. These mortals belong to me.
No, they don't. You're not my brother. My brother is inside this cave.
You have been around demigods for too long. Lumis de si aloi moom tonon tom. Talosta undia Percy heron. Teron.
Ukotos. Percy's not like you. He's a hero.
There it is. Did you hear those horns? Oh my goodness. All right, go for the grapple. All right. Ooh. Ooh.
Please! I don't want to hurt you.
You hurt me.
Oh, wow. I knew he had it in him. Man, that was tremendous. Knowing the way that Tyson kind of views monsters, not in the literal term, but the abstraction of these people aren't so bad. And he's standing across from Polyphemus. Polyphemus, who's pretty much made it clear that with these kids trapped, that they're not leaving alive. And even then, when Tyson actually locks into combat with Polyphemus, it's more of a defensive. He's getting him in the grapple. He's breaking his hold that Polyphemus is trying to put on him. And still, even yet, when he's pinned back against the wall, there's almost a pleading in there. Don't make me hurt you. And it wasn't even like a false bravado. This goes back to that confidence and that just that power that's being forged through that brotherhood and that knowingness of, you know, who you are and what really resides inside you. That's the kind of confidence that I speak to, because Tyson always kind of seemed like a protector over Percy. He's lifting him up, he's taking fireballs for him. But this is different. This comes from an inner strength, not just the expression of outer strength. And that was very cool to see that in a very short amount of time. Not a very long action sequence, but man, did it say so much when it was happening. We know Tyson's going to be okay. He can breathe underwater, so. But Annabeth, however.
No, don't touch her! Don't touch her!
She's dying.
Fleece. We can use the fleece to heal her.
You have it? You have the real one?
Clarice, we need to give the fleece to Luke.
Are you crazy?
You created a portal, right? The same way you did at camp last year? Open another one inside the cave and let us out so we can bring Annabeth the fleece.
I can't.
Luke, I'm serious. This is the only way we can do this.
And I'm serious, I can't. Only one person can go through, and I already used it. Percy, she's dying.
I'm not sacrificing the quest.
You said you'd never let another warrior fall in the battlefield. If you could prevent it, not on your watch.
Dang it! Dang it!
Stop!
That bruising makeup looks really good.
You killed Camp. You probably killed Annabeth too. Great job, hero.
Hey, there's our boy Tyson. Good to see ya.
Hey, I'm...
Tyson, I know. What happened to Polyphemus?
No, he won't bother anyone again. No, I'm sorry, Percy. Luke took Annabeth. I could have gone after them, but you were here.
Oh, man. I love that. I hope that Tyson really appreciates how profound that is. Everybody that's met Tyson up to this point has really kind of offloaded their prejudice. Even if they didn't necessarily fully mean to, you know, a lot of it is just confusion and fear. And you notice there's none of that with Grover. Granted, it's not the first time he's seen Tyson, but at the same time, it's the first time that he's met him. And it's just natural. It's organic. It's just who he is. That's why I love these characters, these supporting characters that just feel so important, so integral, like glue, holding all of this together. And so just in that brief exchange, to me, seems pretty profound for those reasons. But I'm not going to lie. It's nice to see a Tyson and Percy fully embracing, really putting that final touch on those feelings of brotherly love. They're in it together. They are a team. They're a partnership. They are a powerhouse. And I can't wait to see how this develops.
I thought I'd never see you again.
I always knew I'd see you.
Where'd Luke go?
That way.
Oh, that's huge. That's a big advantage.
What now? Huh?
We get them back.
Yeah? How do we get off the island?
Guys,
That's Rainbow?
meet Rainbow. And his friends.
Hippocampi.
Hippocampi.
4 hippocampi.
We get them back.
Man, what a way to finish. Oh, and now Annabeth is unconsciously taking an exit from this whole dynamic that's kind of been building up. I really hope that in her absence, this is an opportunity for Clarice to step forward and kind of continue her quest, which you really understand kind of the situation that she's in. She needs to get that golden fleece, and in her mind it was not Percy's place to give that away, and so her quest continues. Percy and Annabeth and Tyson's quest continues. And now they've got Grover. The only thing they need now is consensus. Thank you all for joining me on this adventure. I can't wait to see you in the next one. That's all the time we have for today. I'll see you in the next one. That sounds a little redundant. This is Noxiddar. Out. We'll see ya.
So hit that like button, subscribe if you dare. This is not